What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the NoFaceCrypto channel. What is no faces, no guys? You feel me? Alright, today I'm going to be talking about something a little bit crazy, but we're going to be jumping around a little bit. First things first, I need you guys to subscribe to this channel, drop a like, drop a comment, okay? And make sure you guys tap in on the most authentic crypto channel on YouTube. And I know everyone says that, but forget about them, okay? I won't sell y'all nothing. I'm not going to give y'all a link to anything. I'm just speaking facts. This is going to be my time capsule for when I get older and want to go back and watch all this stuff, okay? Promise. That's literally the only reason I am making this channel. So if you want to be along for the ride, all right, then come along, cause we going. I swear. You feel me? Okay. Now, I'm gonna be playing you guys in this video a trailer for the XRP Unleashed documentary. If you have not seen the XRP Unleashed documentary already, please look into that. Long story short, Ethereum is completely propped up, and it always was. Now, when the SEC launched a lawsuit against XRP, at that same exact time, a guy by the name of Bill Henman, aka William Henman, gave a speech known today as the Ethereum Free Pass speech. What that did was allow bullshit, uh, literal bullshit legal clarity for Ethereum to get propped up, and that is why it's literally at thousands of dollars today. That is the exact reason why. And when you go and type in the Ethereum free pass speech, you can't even find the real speech anymore. You can't find it. They don't even want you to find this speech. Here it is, right here. In this speech here, SEC William Henman issued new remarks on whether crypto assets are securities. In this speech, he goes on to say Ethereum is not a security. As he is employed by the SEC, he says this before there's any regulation out. And then this is the day after XRP is being sued for not being a security, which we now know XRP is. You know what I'm trying to say here, okay, guys? Absolutely insane. It really makes you kind of upset when you think about it. You know, this is propped up. XRP is going to be the real winner here. XRP was what really matters. Um, Now, when you take all that into account here, all right, I'm going to play this trailer for you guys right now, I promise. But when you take all this into account here, and then you put Ripple, you put Brad Garlinghouse in the same room as someone who is very high up in Ethereum, you will get a very funny little mixture. And it all starts to make sense because Ethereum is not transparent. It is not. It is complete bullshit. And I've been trying to say this forever, but no one wants to listen to me. And that's fine. That's fine. Ethereum is complete bullshit. Alright? And they are not transparent. And this will prove it right here. So I'm going to play this for you guys right now.
Said that you are one of the biggest Ethereum holders. You
it has been said. I've heard that. Yeah.
Yes.
Based on no data. In terms of consensus, we are a small fraction of the Ethereum asset and all the assets on the Ethereum platform.
I find it interesting that Ripple is attacked for being transparent.
XRP is a value token and it trades in an open market. If the CFTC noticed that you owned 60% of the silver supply, how comfortable would they be?
I won't speak for the CFTC. We have in escrow 55% of all the XRP that we own. We can't sell it. We can't do anything with it. So we actually own about 13%.
But you do sell it regularly, right? Don't you sell it into the market?
We're very transparent about that. How much do you sell?
When necessary.
Joe, it's been said that you.
And there is the answer right in front of you guys. When put on the spot, he's shook. Look at his body language. Hand on wrist. He's bracing himself. He don't even know what to do. Fuck XRP. Fuck Bitcoin. Fuck Dogecoin. Fuck Pepe. Fuck CU. Fuck all that. XRP, Algorand, HBAR, XDC, XLM. And we're going to throw ZBCN in there. And I'm going to tell you guys a little bit later why ZBCN needs to be included in this. Obviously, based off my previous video, you guys have seen, everyone knows by now, Ripple is applying to become a national bank. It's over. It's over, y'all. It's over. If you haven't been locked in, get locked in right now. Right now. I'm going to play this trailer for you guys, and I will get right back to you.
There's a massive quantum shift happening. And if you can't see it, you need to look around for just a moment. Why are so many people living broke right now?
We're all feeling inflation right now.
Americans are paying the price for rising inflation.
And many people don't exactly know why.
The more dollars that get printed, the more that gets put into circulation, the higher the prices of all of these assets are going.
It's an old archaic banking system.
It's pretty apparent at this point that we're in a transition.
It seems like we're on the brink of a major collapse. I think it's almost undeniable.
The system has to switch.
I think we're going to see a dramatic change over the next 10 or even 15 years. XRP is part of the heartbeat of Ripple.
You had kind of the ability to exchange anything of value in a very efficient way through this ingenious pathfinding algorithm.
The utility aspect of XRP, you can move value from one place to another place instantly for a very, very nominal cost.
Instead of it taking 3 to 5 days for a payment to go through from one bank to another cross-border, it now takes 3 to 5 seconds. That's a game changer.
They would have globally dominated the entire industry, but for the regulators pulling them back and Congress kind of not getting with the program.
You know, we absolutely want to see the United States lead in this new arena that we call blockchain and cryptocurrencies. And the clarity really emanates from the Securities and Exchange Commission.
It was the darkest day of the year. It was December 21st that Brad Garlinghouse came out and basically informed the world that they were soon going to be sued by the SEC.
The SEC its mandate is to help protect investors.
I got flooded out of the whole project because of this lawsuit. I lost my dream, my hope of buying something really, really solid.
At the very least, it's the appearance of impropriety. You know, and then the other end of the spectrum, it's absolute coercion and collusion, right? And market manipulation.
People are going to lose money, and people had their life savings in XRP. It was Christmas Eve. I came back at about 1 o'clock in the morning, something like that. Christy said, where the hell have you been for the last several hours? And I looked at her and I said, I think I'm going to sue the SEC.
We became convinced that this whole case was merely a show. It was an attempt by the federal government to slow down the adoption and perpetuation of XRP.
Jay Clayton drops this lawsuit on his last day in office. Like mission accomplished.
Jay Clayton, he hires his good friend, Bill Hinman.
Bill Hinman came to the stand in 2018 and gave his famous speech where he declared that Ethereum wasn't a security.
They did not issue that much Ether, and yet they let Bill Hinman go ahead and make the speech, saying that they're decentralized.
The bureaucracy beast system has been weaponized against the American people.
Dozen FBI agents, guns a-blazing, came into my home. They tossed me into this van as if I'm Pablo Escobar or somebody.
The United States government's probably the biggest bully in the world. You got to defend yourself or you're going to get bullied forever.
We assemble an army so that we can be at the forefront of this change.
The XRP Army is a group of diverse people from all over.
Good morning, Warriors. Hello and welcome back to another episode of your favorite crypto news channel, Good Morning Crypto.
I ended up posting it on Twitter, the lawsuit, and the next thing you know, it was 5,000, 12,000, 20,000, and eventually grew to over 75,000 people from 143 countries around the world. All joined.
They want to be part of the new digital revolution. Blockchain technology is going to change everything.
There's always going to be a danger associated with blockchain, and there's also going to be benefits and things that are going to help and improve humanity.
We're just trying to utilize a new blockchain technology to benefit charities even more than they are.
Alrighty, so you guys pretty much get the point here. I mean, it's all. Go ahead and ask someone who holds a bunch of Ethereum what they think about this. Yeah, they ain't gonna have nothing to say. I don't got much else to say here, guys, but we're gonna go ahead and finish this video off with a few things here. We've got, ooh, we have got White Rock, an absolute fucking rug pull. An absolute rug pull. And it's hard to look at this and then look at ZBCN and try and tell the difference. We got ZBCN at like 30 cents right now. This thing is been getting cooked as well. Alright? And people are going to look at this and look at White Rock and be like, yo, this is, they're next to each other. This is, no. White Rock is a complete scam. It always was. I've spoken about it on this channel before. It is a scam. Sorry if you lost money in this. You're dumb. Shouldn't have lost money. So with ZBCN here, I want to talk about something very important. Alright? I have a theory, and I'm just going to put it out here right now. I think Ripple will become a bank. And when Ripple becomes a bank, I think they're going to buy Uphold, or I think they're going to buy Uphold first, become a bank, and then you will be able to get paid immediately through Uphold using ZBCN. I think there will be a full-on partnership, and I think that's what's going to happen here. I think that's what the big hype is about. That's what's been going on, and I really think there is a high probability that that will happen in the future with the ZBCN. The ship has not sailed, if you will, and to see something go down to what, like 40-50%, from its all-time high, it is what it is. You just got to deal with it. And if you're in this long term and you really believe in the dream, then go ahead and place your ducks where they need to be. But if not, fuck off and stop worrying about it, because you don't even care. But I personally think XRP and ZBCN, I'm not going to put them on the same level, but I do think that there's a use case within XRP for ZBCN. And I think all this is going to come together and make sense in one big picture eventually. But you best believe that this will happen at some point, and if it doesn't happen, then I'll eat my words. But that's my theory, and that's why I'm pretty bullish on ZBCN, even given this. This is a utility coin. What you tell me right now why ZBCN is worth $250 million almost market cap, right? And then you got almost double the price on something called syrup. Get the fuck out of here. What even is this? Yellow Ket. It should not be worth more than ZBCN. Superverse should not be worth more than ZBCN. Beam shouldn't be worth more. Mu shouldn't be worth more. I mean, there's so... AIOZ. Scam. None of these should be worth more than ZBCN. So when you put that into perspective here and you understand what the fuck is going on, pay attention. Alright? We're along for the ride. Ripple has just applied to become a bank. There is a probability here that they will utilize ZBCN. If you are a user of Ripple Bank, if you are a user of Ripple Bank, right? Forget getting your paychecks every 2 weeks. When your finance department and your payroll people submit paychecks to a bank, it's already done, like way in advance, right? So why not? The only reason it takes 2 weeks to get your money is because the bank takes 2 weeks. That's literally exactly why. So if you could just speed that up real quick, put a little floating amount of a stable coin on this network, and then pay out using ZBCN or using Zebec and stuff. Like, there is utility for Zebec here. Alright, you can get a Zebec card. It could be a Ripple card, but it could actually be Zebec. Like, I'm telling, there's a million things that could happen here. I'm going to stop talking because I'm kind of just going all over the place. I'm tired. I've had a long day. Bear with me. But very, very excited stuff going on. And yeah, you guys need to lock in and watch this XRP Unleash. If you have not seen this already, I highly suggest you doing so. But I really don't have much more to say here, guys. We are in for the fucking ride, and I couldn't be more excited, to be completely honest. Keep stacking up, keep locking in. Don't be a bitch. No face. You feel me? And fuck the bots too, especially. Happy 4th of July. Y'all have an amazing day.